with the general. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all know we got that fire today. That's right. We on you today, family. We talking about again, really why a lot of so-called foundational Black Americans are mad at the Pan African and what the Pan African is. See, if you let them run the narrative, you gonna be like, oh, every little every little nigga in Africa with dusty feet and flip flops on is a Pan African. See, that's what they're gonna make you believe, and that's far from the case. But that's why I'm here today, family, to break this shit down for you so that you understand this. You feel me? Now, what we gonna show and prove today? That really the foundational black, no, the Pan African is really the furthest from either group. The one that they call the Tether, the one that they call the foundational Black American. I can show and prove right now that they are closer in ideology than the Pan African. I can show you that right now. And the quickest way to show you that the dominant, listen to me, the dominant religion of the so-called foundational Black American is Christianity. That's a fact. They haven't had anything other than Christianity until you got some groups, Islamic groups came in, and which is small in comparison to the Christian denominations. Baptist, Methodist, Catholic, all the various denominations. This is I see you out there, Ray. I see you. And I thank you. If you're not, I'm gonna make you a moderator over here. You feel me? I'm gonna be back on the other channels in a day or so. But I'm trying to get these off the ground. You feel what I'm saying? But so that's clear that nobody wants to talk about. That the dominant, and then them niggas over there in Africa, the two dominant religions, Christianity, Islam, Christianity. Matter of fact, I probably can make you moderator right now. I can't. You got a sword. You got a sword, right? You got a sword. Anyway, and then whatever one other one I come on, but I'm gonna be pushing this one, and I think the Black Power Cartel. I'm gonna be on these two first and foremost. But anyway, but just to show and prove that the dominant religion of Islam, Africa, is Christianity and Islam, both Abrahamic religion. So when you look at their spirituality, one gonna say, "Oh, they got a different culture." No, they don't. Both of these niggas grew and grew in the incubator of white Christianity. That's a fact. That's a fact. And it was the Pan-African community that really was pushing Black Jesus. Come on in, FBA, because I'm on you. You see, the dominant, I'm glad you came in. The dominant religion of the FBA is Christianity, white Christianity, because it was the Pan-African community that started pushing Black Jesus. So see, a lot of times when I see these niggas go live, they had a cross on their chest. They be FBA though. They be speaking all this foundational Black American shit, but they had a cross on. And I say, oh, well, where's your foundational Black American spirituality? You're a foundational Black American with a white Jewish Messiah? Make that make sense, nigga. Make that make sense. So behind the scenes, these niggas want to pretend, oh, we not from Africa, but goddamn Jesus was. But goddamn Jesus, okay, FBA, all you FBA niggas, and you're in the chat, what I want you to do, I want you to tell me why so many FBA wear the goddamn cross, nigga. Where is your indigenous foundational black American religion? Can you find, yeah, and so the tether, they saying that the tether is, he's a Pan-African. He ain't no goddamn Pan-African. He ain't no Pan-African. See, the thing is, the Pan-African community of the United States, we Nile Valley. We Nile Valley. We don't believe in all that Christianity shit. We don't believe in Islam. Pan-Africans is basically Nile Valley. That's the pinnacle of our research. So if you see a nigga and he's still into Christianity and Islam, and some of you niggas into Americanism, no different. Y'all got all other ideologies, nigga, and FBA niggas is in a 300-year-old room, locked up. They can't come out. They can't go forward or backwards. You see what I'm saying? They ain't got no historical reference. Most of that shit is mythology, nigga. Most of that shit is mythology. Let's deal with the facts. You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all want to start 1800. If you ain't, y'all starting on the plantation, nigga. You start counting on the plantation, and don't try to go to the Olmecs because it was the Pan-African community that brought the Olmecs. Ivan Van Serf, you niggas, where's y'all scholarship at? Where is this foundational black American scholarship? Because it was the Pan-African community but see, y'all is really tethers to the Pan-African community. Y'all want to take from us and and leave some ideology. You won't take other parts of the research, claim it as your own. I ain't never heard of no foundational black American scholar. I haven't. I have never heard of one. You understand? The primary researchers of, over here in the Americas is we talking about real reasons why a lot of foundational black Americans are mad at what they call Pan-African. Okay, now let me be clear about something. When we talk about Pan-African, we're going to go over into other video. So we ain't going to finish this at all, on this one video. Now, when we let's talk about Pan-Europeanism. What does Pan-Europeanism mean? Does it mean that all Europeans have to stay in Europe? No, it does not mean that. What it means is wherever the European is in power, when a white man or a white woman come from anywhere in the world and they come to that nation, you know what I'm saying? Their status primarily stays the same from European nation to European nation. That means if a European from Australia go to Canada, his status is her status is primarily the same. They gonna stay, as far as they concerned, in the first class citizenship. That's where they at. If they rule that nation, white people, if New Zealand, if a European or white person from Canada goes to New Zealand, that their status remains primarily the same as if they in Canada. If a New Zealand go to France, then their status is primarily the same. So they keep a global status for all white people. It does not mean you have to stay in Europe. That's dumb as fuck. You see what I'm saying? The ideology is to have see, that's why I say global African supremacy. Gas. That means having a supremacy on the globe. See, you niggas think in boxes. So when y'all think when y'all just think Africa, that's bullshit. It means that wherever the black man and woman is, in wherever community, whatever city, whatever state, if they are the dominant factor in that city, then they should, when any black person from anywhere in the world come in that city, in that community, then their status is primarily the same, that they have security, you see, that they are able to get black education, black economics. That's what it means. It does not mean you have to go to Africa. That don't make no damn sense. Goddamn it, United States is in NATO. They are part of NATO. You see, that's a European ism. That's a pan-Europeanism. That means that if anybody attack any one of them countries, if anybody attack Australia, Europe, United States, Canada, is coming to their aid. That's pan-Europeanism. You see what I'm saying? They smart enough to understand to control the dynamics of the planet. Is certain areas on the planet in the economic world that we living in today that you have to control a majority of these economic chokeholds to remain in power as a superpower. So you have to be stretched across the globe to have this kind of presence. You see what I'm saying? And so they understand that. So anybody talking about Pan-Africanism, and we talking about power, but they always go to some ashy foot nigga with some flip-flops on, and that's like a misdirection. You see? It's a misdirection. You see? No, it's not a fantasy. Nigga, what the fantasy is that you believe that the white man gonna give you reparations. That's the fantasy. You talking about a fantasy, nigga. That's the fantasy. So, hey, I ain't gonna even wait on that. You see what I'm saying? You 400 years in the running and you ain't got that yet. So you was closer. You probably were closer to getting it when the goddamn shit was fresh in their mind. They ain't about to give a motherfucker shit because they on the down slope. How in the fuck you gonna get something when they on the down slope? They ass is almost out of power. They trying to figure out a way how they can stay in power. You think they gonna stay in power breaking half the pie with a nigga? Come on, man, make that make sense. Like Dr. John, see, this is where the Pan-African teachers come into play. This is what Dr. John Henry Clark said. He don't know no time in history where the white man ever shared power with anybody. He ain't never shared no motherfucking power. He's always assumed total control. So ain't no way you think he gonna give you half the pie or a third of the pie and he already in the down slope. You're gonna have to take everything that the white man owe you. You're gonna have to take it or you ain't gonna get it. You see what I'm saying? That's just like over there in that goddamn Strait of Hormuz. They ain't giving up shit over there. Ain't no power given to nobody. Either you gonna take it or you ain't gonna get it. And you see what I'm saying? Iran then took over the Strait of Hormuz. You understand? And unless the United States go over there and kill the people that's keeping them motherfuckers from seizing that strait and that damn economic choke point, they ain't gonna never have it again. Them damn Iranians gonna be in control. That's what it is. So that's how you assume power. But nigga, you talking about shit the Pan-African community. I mean, what is you talking about? What is you talking about? You see what I'm saying? You dizzy. I mean, you talking the same. I mean, what are you talking about? You dizzy. I can't deal with you. You dizzy. That comes from the Pan-African community, dog. Yeah. We been on that. Okay? We been on that. Marcus Garvey been on that. Marcus Garvey wasn't asking nobody for shit. Marcus Garvey already had a legion of skilled tradesmen. Name me any other person in the history of the United States black that had that type of energy outside of Booker T. Outside of Booker T. Washington. But Booker T. Washington and Marcus Garvey were the only two that was really talking about skilled tradesmen. So what is you talking about? You foolish, man. Be gone. Be gone. Nigga, you just show up to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just to say nothing. But anyway, family, where we at? Man, by the time that happened, goddamn it, niggas, it'll be half the goddamn black race will be in the grave. You wait on that one. Anyway, family, I appreciate y'all coming over. You know, this is one of my channels, and of course, we're gonna be blowing this one up too. So, you know what? It's a simple task, good family. And what I'm gonna do is Ray got tired of that shit. Ray say fuck that. I feel you, Ray. If we can't afford Ray, we can't afford to have too many, and taking my mind other places. Good. And keep it that way. I got to stay focused. I got to stay focused. Anyway, I appreciate y'all, man. We got some more lives coming up. So stay, if subscribe. I hit this and I go live, and it might not give you no notification. It will, but it should give you some type of notification. But anyway, I'm coming back. We're gonna be on this channel today, and y'all, hey, get over to Patreon, family. Get over to Patreon. I got some hell of a fire over there. Too raw for YouTube. Believe that. They crying, and so I had to take it to Patreon. I see y'all in a minute. Black Pop.